In T20 cricket, some matchups are more than just a game. They're a whole story. And today, we're unpacking a classic, the global powerhouse going up against the determined underdog. This isn't just about runs and wickets, folks. It's about the blueprint for a potential history-making upset.
So that's the big question, right? How does David beat Goliath on the cricket pitch? What's the actual practical blueprint for an underdog to topple a giant? Well, that's exactly what we're here to figure out. Let's unpack one of the most exciting scenarios in all of sports. All right, first things first, let's really get to know the two teams. Because this isn't just about the names on the jerseys. It's about the massive weight of history on one side and the sheer hunger for a breakthrough on the other. I mean, the contrast here is just night and day, isn't it? On one side, you have India, a team that's basically synonymous with T20 dominance. They have an almost endless supply of world-class talent. And then on the other side, you've got Austria, a team that knows it can't win a slugfest. Their only path to victory is through precision, through strategy, and by seizing every single opportunity that comes their way. And that, right there, really gets to the heart of it. For India, the goal is pretty straightforward. Show up, assert authority, and close out the match. But for Austria, wow, their task is so much harder. They have to execute a flawless game plan, with every single player performing their role to absolute perfection. Anything less, and the game is over before it even really starts. So, what does this big clash of styles actually look like out on the field? Let's go to the tail of the cape and break down the specific weapons each team is bringing to this fight. When you look at India's lineup, their strength is just overwhelming depth. It's incredible. They've got these explosive batters who can literally rip a game away in the first 6 overs. Then their middle order can soak up pressure and launch a devastating counterattack. And their bowling? Oh, it's a relentless mix of speed and spin, designed to just suffocate opponents. They really are a juggernaut. Okay, so how on earth do you counter that? Austria's plan has to be surgical, absolutely precise. They have to get early wickets to expose India's middle order sooner than they'd like. With the bat, they need a solid start, no question. But the real key, it's in the small things. Flawless fielding and pouncing on any mistake. A single dropped catch can give a world-class Indian batter a second life. And that's an opening a powerhouse team rarely needs. That's where an upset is born, in punishing any tiny hint of complacency. But hey, this is cricket. And in cricket, even the best laid plans can be thrown into complete chaos. There are always wildcards. These unpredictable forces that can level the playing field in an instant. And that's the fascinating part, isn't it? These are the elements that inject a little bit of chaos into the game, giving an underdog the exact opening they need to completely rewrite the script. First up, the simple coin toss. I mean, it's a 50-50 shot, but it can dictate the entire flow of the game. Then there's the pitch itself, a tricky surface that helps the bowlers. Well, that can be a great equalizer against a batting lineup as powerful as India's. And finally, you have pure, raw pressure. When the game is on the line, who holds their nerve? That's what so often separates the winner from the loser. So, how does all of this come together in the heat of battle? Let's decode the game plan and see how these different strategies could play out in real time. Everything really kicks off with the power play. Those first 6 overs are just an explosion of action. With only 2 fielders allowed outside the circle, it's basically a license for batters to attack and go for broke. But for the bowling side, it's this high-risk, high-reward gamble to try and snag early wickets and seize control from the get-go. The best way to think about a T20 innings is like a 3-act play. The power play, that's that explosive opening act. The middle overs, that's where the plot thickens. Teams are jockeying for position, building partnerships, and rotating the strike, which just means they're keeping the scoreboard ticking with singles and twos to build a solid platform. And then comes the grand finale, the death overs, a total pressure cooker finish, where games are won and lost in the blink of an eye. So, what's the magic number we're talking about here? Well, if India bats first on a good pitch, they're not just aiming for a decent score. They're aiming for 180 or more. And let me tell you, that's not just a number on the scoreboard. It's a mountain of psychological pressure piled on the chasing team from the very first ball. And that brings us back to the coin toss, which is really the first massive decision point of the match. If India wins it, they're absolutely in the driver's seat. They can choose to bat first and post that huge total, or they can bowl first and back their world-class batters to chase down just about anything. For Austria, winning the toss is a lifeline. It gives them a crucial chance to choose the battlefield, picking the option that gives them the best possible shot at an upset. But a cricket match like this, it's not just played out on the field. It's played in the stands, it's played in the hearts of the fans. It's all about the passion, the energy, and the atmosphere. And believe me, that energy from the crowd, it's a real factor. You can feel it. The roar of the Indian supporters can be incredibly intimidating. But for the Austrian fans, every single boundary, every wicket, it's a massive victory, a huge surge of belief that they can share with their team out on the field. And this really is the emotional core of the match. For India, it's about carrying that heavy weight of expectation. They're supposed to win, right? For Austria, it's about the limitless power of hope, the dream of pulling off something truly, truly special.
And that's the question, isn't it? It's what makes sports so darn compelling. Will the script play out exactly as expected? Or will we get to witness one of those magical days where discipline, heart, and maybe a little bit of luck combine to create a legend? Honestly,